Every generation has its idols. Guys who are our heroes. Guys who define cool. Guys who drive chicks crazy. My generation produced a ton of these guys. The Beatles, Mick Jagger, and, of course, yours truly. Okay, so I didn't have a top 10 single. I did have the one thing every teen idol needs.
Hi.
A fan. Debbie Pfeiffer, Paul's little sister.
Hi, Debbie. Hi, Kevin. Hi, Kevin.
Debbie was a 7th grader now. And, to put it mildly, she thought I put the moon in the sky and told the stars to shine.
Hi, Debbie. Hi. Hi, Kevin.
It was kind of flattering, I guess. It was also kind of nauseating. And the worst thing was, no matter how I tried to ignore it,
Kevin?
it wouldn't ignore me.
Hi, Debbie.
Not to seem insensitive, but a man of my years had more important things to think about than moony little girls.
Debbie, honey, you'll be the prettiest girl there.
I have to take my sister to a stupid cotillion dance Friday night.
It's not stupid.
Oh, we've been over this.
Mom, she's ruining my life.
I'd be proud to take her. My little girl on my arm, and I do a mean foxtrot.
Daddy?
Alvin, she's not going to a cotillion with her father. She's going with her brother.
Why can't she find somebody else?
Because there isn't anybody else.
You almost had to feel sorry for old Fife. Still, this was a domestic squabble. None of my business. At least, not yet.
I guess I'd just rather go with Paul if I can't go with somebody really nice or really neat.
Uh-oh. The president of my fan club was calling for a personal appearance.
Come to think of it, so was the whole fan club.
Time for a little good old-fashioned diplomacy.
Come on, Paul. Let's study at my house.
Yep, the old Arnold tact.
Look, Mom, it's not gonna happen, okay?
Notwithstanding vicious rumors to the contrary.
Well, of course, honey. It's your decision. Okay.
I remember my first dance. It was the Harvest Moon Ball. I had a date with the cutest boy in school, Todd Calloway. My mother helped me pick out my dress. She even took me to get my hair done. The night of the dance, I got all dressed up, and I waited. But he never arrived. Mumps. I was devastated.
Now, even at 14, I could sense the intimacy of Mom's story, the underlying wisdom in this fragile parable of heartbreak and youth. And naturally, my heart went out to her.
Listen, Mom, I don't really have time for this, okay?
I was going to have to hide in the boys' room. Heck, the kid couldn't ask me if she couldn't find me.
Sure, maybe I'd be a little late for class. It was worth it.
After all, the last thing I wanted to have to face was...
Hi, Kevin.
rats.
Hi, Debbie.
God, that face. Kind of like a kamikaze pilot on her final run.
Kevin, I was just wondering. See, I have this cotillion coming up on Friday, and it would really mean a lot to me if, well...
I found myself hoping for an earthquake, a sudden nuclear attack. But of course, life is never that forgiving.
Would you go with me?
And so we'd arrived, at the final showdown. Unpleasant as it might be, it was time to break a heart.
Listen, Debbie... Okay. Oh. Oh. Oh.
kind of the way Elvis might have handled it. But at least now the hard part was over. Now, finally, little Debbie would realize her hero had 2 left feet. Both of them clay.
Kevin, you were great.
Huh?
Oh, Kevin, this must be the most wonderful night of my life. I mean, who'd have thought? You and me waltzing. I feel just like Cinderella.
That's when I knew, once and for all, Debbie Pfeiffer's love for me was blind. It was a moment of rare understanding, sympathy for a dream lost, and of course, compassion.
Come on, we're on our way to T.P. Delgado's front yard.
Compassion in junior high being expressed in many ways.
No, thanks. You guys go ahead without me.
As I watched my friends head into the night, I realized the world was not necessarily a better place for knowing the truth.
Kevin? Where'd you go? I've been looking all over for you.
I had to get some air.
You don't want to have your picture taken with me, do you?
No, Debbie, that's not it.
I guess the whole thing was just pretty stupid.
I don't really know what came over me next. Maybe it was the hurt in her eyes. Maybe it was because I knew I had put it there. Or maybe it just boiled down to one thing.
You dropped this.
But I knew it was more than that.
Want to dance?
Sure.
Heck, I was no Superman. Not really, anyway. But if Debbie Pfeiffer needed a hero, so be it. She had plenty of time to grow up and figure it out on her own. After all, a little stardust in the eyes never hurt anybody. Least of all me. As for Mr. Pfeiffer's $5, we put it to good use. We got the 8x10 and a dozen wallet size.